Hi, community. So, how do we shift from consumers to pollinators, from a state of hunger to a state of satisfaction, from being peasants to sovereign beings? Um, I heard the idea of moving from consumers to pollinator from Daniel Pinchback a few years ago on his TED talk, and I really like the idea of it. And um, actually, it's there in the yogic tradition, in the Ayurvedic tradition. They call it achara. Actually, achara is more a yogic term, which is learning to work with the biorhythms, with rhythms of nature. And it's also obviously in Ayurveda. It's based on working with the biorhythms, with lifestyle, life ways, and there is, yeah, so that hunger, that kind of constant dissatisfaction is basically come from a state of not feeling connected, right? So we lost a sense of belonging, and it starts with ourselves. We lost connection with ourselves. We are nature. And maybe because religions told us that our nature is wrong and a sin, then we kind of felt that we need to make it civilized, which is the opposite of wild and natural, right? And basically, it's the ancient scriptures, actually, it's kind of all over the world talking about the same thing. Work with the rhythms of nature. That's the easiest way to free yourself from that constant hunger, constant need in consuming. If it's sex, if it's TV, if it's money, if it's whatever, right? Like, when we start to work with the rhythms of nature, we just tuning into that rhythm. And that rhythm is almost like a frequency, you can think about it. And that frequency is a frequency that everything in the ecosystem is connected to. And we are part of the ecosystem, right? So when we start to kind of work with that rhythm, and we wake up with just start with the circadian rhythm, like wake up in the sunrise, go to, start to dim the light around sunset. That's also really good for your serotonin, melatonin release. Seasons is kind of, working with the season, eating locally. So you know what is in the season, you know what is in the earth. Food is information. So when you get the food that grows on your land and it's organic, so it's in its natural state, then you will start to kind of get connected into something greater than you and us. And that is starting to give us a sense of belonging, a sense of deep connections to ourselves, to nature, to each other. And then we don't need to consume all the time, and we're becoming pollinators. We're becoming resourceful. We start to be part of the solution. Okay, there's horses passing. So I'll finish it quickly and just say, this is what we're doing with the seasonal Sangha. It's a group of women that we explore the idea of what will happen if we commit ourselves to work with the rhythms of nature, and with the support of each other, because we are kind of social beings. Hi. We are social beings, and we need each other, right? So, like, you don't see any part of in nature saying, oh, it's just me. Like if you look at trees, they always kind of will change the way they function to make sure that everybody receiving nutrients, right? So it's not like just me gonna get it, and it's that kind of way of being, just by just starting to tune into the rhythms of nature, is giving us a huge opportunity to tune into something greater than us. So I would love you to get involved with our seasonal Sangha. We officially starting mid-June, though kind of everything is being built up. So it's a group of women that explore what will happen if we rest, if we prioritize our self-care, using, aligning ourselves with the biorhythms, and can we be resourceful and find solutions that cannot come from the way things were? So if we want to be, and to invent a new ways, or at least to bring it for a source like nature, then we have to still ourselves, we have to rest, we have to slow down, and listen, and from that state be more resourceful and become pollinators and become sovereign beings, become satisfied human beings. And so for me, my work is around women, and we already a team of 9 women that will calling a tribe of 140 women. And I would really love you to get involved. It's a really incredible adventure. And yeah, and if you're a man or you're not interested in joining us, just tune into nature. Honestly, just start to work with the biorhythms, with the lunar changes, with the seasons, and see what will happen. Something greater than you will start to work through you, and it will be a deeply satisfying journey. Lots of love, Rena Golan. See you next Wednesday. And I'll put more details below, and sending you love, and share something, say something, put a heart. Tell us what's going on with you. Lots of love. Stay connected.